Good morning and welcome to another edition of Outside the Genie. We will be looking at the card today from the Vaal, which is on the classic track. For those that not aware, that was the old sand track. The date today, 25th of August. Before we look at the field and the betting, just a few things that I quickly would like you to take note of. First of all, Outside of Genie is not a tipping service. What we do is we do a form analysis, and through our form analysis, we then give you the punter some selections that you can use in whatever play that you play. We give you the numbers and you add them into your play, whatever it is, PA, pick six, quartets, swingers, trifectas, whatever you play with. So you take our information that we provide you with, and you then utilize that. What we do is we give you 3 selections per race. Then first selection we give you is normally the selection that I think will win. That is the horse that I think can win the race. Then my outsider selections are, I'll give you 2 outsiders in no particular order. Those are horses that I can think can either win or place, and if by doing so, giving you the chance to get the bigger payouts, because ultimately that is what it is about. For instance, yesterday in this one race, I tipped exacta that paid over, that nearly paid 600 Rand. Now imagine you catch that 10 times, you understand? Then this my one member, he took the box swingers and exactas and he made 17,000 Rand yesterday. So we are, in order for you to receive this video every day when I post it on YouTube, just subscribe and ring the bell and you'll get a notification. We are also on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and there is our number, WhatsApp 083 5855 133. Just quickly want to look at some of our past results over the last week since last Monday. Yesterday at Greyville, we had 1 and 2 winners. Our best bet of the day also arrived, which was a 7-2 all to come that I gave people. But then in the last race, we hit the jackpot with our outsider selection, Miss Generosity, coming home at 20-1 and paying 7.20 a place. And then our value bet was number 9, Naomi, and that was 14-1. That finished second, paying 4.80 a place. Therefore, the exacta paid out 548 Rand. So imagine you had boxed that for a few times, you would have been standing in a payout queue, collecting our winners, laughing and thanking Outside the Genie. Quickly, a member sent me this. Well done. You did it again. How I don't know, but I took 6 and 12 box swingers exactas each way, collected 17,280 Rand. Yeah, then on Greyville, we had a big win as well, number 3 in race 7, Generous Lady, 20-1. Kenilworth on Saturday, we had 2 wins, both at 20-1. Rocket Girl, one of my guys banked that in his pick 6. I must say that takes a bit of balls to do that. And then we had some other wins earlier. Monday, Whirly. Wednesday, Big Blue Marble. Thursday, we had, the 7th, we had 2 nice winners, Feather in the Nest, 16-1, Creation, 14-1. I just want to quickly say that the prizes that I give you here is the prizes as on opening betting when I did my preview. And then on Fairview on Friday, I did say include this first timer in all your bets. The horse is very nicely bred and that came home at 20-1, 4-length winner. Then the Gold Cup is on Saturday, only a few days away. I'm hoping to do the preview of PS Freedom tomorrow. We did one on the July day and we did well. I gave you 5 winners on July day, and I'm looking to repeat that feat on Gold Cup day. And also on Gold Cup day, I'll do a preview of the pick 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 6 videos where I preview each race on the video, discussing the horse's chances and guiding you in a direction that can maybe produce winners for you. I've put together a few special orders for August offers. Package 1 from 1 September to 31st December. The normally cost is 500 Rand a month, so therefore that would have cost you 2,000. You can now sign up for now till the end of December for 1,200 Rand, giving you a cost of 300 Rand per month. If you sign up now till the end of September, it will cost you 400 Rand, or sign up for Gold Cup weekend, just for the weekend from Friday to Sunday, it's 150 Rand, also good value. Or if you sign up now till the 31st of August, including the Gold Cup, will cost you 200 Rand. If you subscribe to our services, you get race by race selections, outright winner, and 2 possible outsider selections, value bets, play each bet normally 5, 6 to 1 and higher. Best bet of the day, we don't give you odds on. You can find that yourself. We try and find horses that has got decent value in order for you to make money. Then we give you suggested trifectas on quartet selections. Last week, about 2 weeks ago, at the Vaal, we had a quartet paying 15,000 Rand, and also one earlier in the week, for last week, for 6,000 Rand. And there are smaller ones, 1,000 Rand, and so that do come up frequently. And we also give you affordable PA and a pick 6. You can play it as is, or use my numbers, add in with your numbers, and then play accordingly. If you do take our selections, we will add you to my paid WhatsApp group, and every day you will receive a PDF document of 1 page with all our selections, pick 6 selections, there the race by race selections, trifecta and quartets, PA, our daily value bet, best bet, and then we give you a small patent every day. So that is that. Let's now move on to the racing side of the business. And the first race we have on the Vaal, on the classic track today at 12:55. It's a 1450 Work Riders Maiden Plate. Let's have a look at the betting. I was waiting for the betting to open. I did have it open. I did check it, but now it's now spooling again, so let's be patient. All right, here we are. Race number 4, Sea Island, 15 to 10. Because I Can, 2 to 1. Exultant, 9 to 1. Queen Bomi, 11 to 1. Evoke, 14 to 1. 16 to 1. 20 to 1. Skill Alley, Zulu War Cry, and 50 to 1, and longer the rest. So let's have a look at this. I think the most disappointment, the big disappointment for Paul Peter must be this horse, Rose Dancer. It's a Flower Alley, nicely bred, out of a Joseph Johnson mare. It had run some good seconds, but the last 2 runs really was dismissal. But don't discard this horse. Do put it in your play. Sam Musia is no fool, and the horse is currently at where is it now? Maybe it's scratched. Let me just quickly check. I see it's scratched since when I did my selection, so don't bother about number 1, Rose Dancer, not running today. So then let's move on. Number 2 is also scratching. Exultant, I see, has got a stable change. He's now with a trainer, De Vos. He trained before and then he stopped, and I see he's training now. We'll have to wait and see. Here we have Sea Island. Sea Island did improve last time. I did predict that he's going to run a better race after the race, and subsequently did so, ran into the second, nearly beating the winner. So Sea Island, I would think, with this jockey, he's ridden a lot of winners for Sean Terry, and he's a very competent. So I'm looking for Sea Island to go in. Evoke did ran a better race last time out before the race, now coming back after the race, but maybe include into your quartets. Also Ocean Pride. Now, if you have a look at Ocean Pride, it looks to me like, if you look at Ocean Pride, he runs his best races at a Turffontein inside track and at the Vaal Classic track. So now back on the Vaal Classic track, I think 6 Ocean Pride, definitely a horse that you must include in all your calculation, always there and thereabouts. This is not a very strong field, a very weak field, so Ocean Pride can actually win this race, or at least be placed. Amberglow Star, not showing much, pass by. Yeah, here I've got Queen Bomi. It's a 3-year-old filly, improving, been running there and thereabouts, but as I said, this is not a very strong field and can be probably involved in the finish. There is a first-timer. I always want to look at a first-timer from the Azzy stable, nicely bred. Definitely keep your eye on the betting and include in all your bets. Difficult to assess the chances of a first-timer. So this is race 1. Let's move on to race number 2. Race number 2 is Maiden Plate for colts and geldings over 1450. Let's have a look at the betting. Here we have the betting. The betting as follows. Number 10, give me the go ahead, 13 to 10, 7 to 2, Supreme Elevation, 11 to 2, Nashply, Tobin Spirit, 8 to 1, Captain Cupid, 10 to 1, Trooper, 14 to 1, 16 to 1, Ash, 20 to 1, and longer, Red Bishop, and 75 to 1 and longer, the rest. Also, not a very strong field. Let's have a look at the form. Now, here, I'm in the camp of number 1, Nashply. It is a 4-year-old Indigo Magic by a rich man's gold mare, stoutly bred. Didn't cost much, but that ran a forward race last time, over the previous time, over 1,200 meters. Now, I can tell you, Warren Kennedy is back in town. This horse is drawn free, currently 11 to 2. Go and help yourself. I really think this horse will have a good chance over the 1450. I think he was outpaced over the shorter distances, and the 1450 from draw free would definitely suit him. Lord Greatham came out and won another race. So, and this MK's Pride race, I think that was also a very strong race. There's already one winner from 4 runs. The horse was cuffing. I hope it's in a better place now. And I think number 1, Nashply, the horse to beat in this field, 11 to 2, help yourself. Then here we got number 5, City Deep. City Deep has run some good races here and then. Already a 6-year-old, still trying to win, but I have only had 16 runs or 18 runs, although a 6-year-old. So do include, has been placed over this course. Here we got, here we ran third on the Vaal Classic. Hold Your Breath over the 1,600 meters. And yeah, I just got a feeling, you know, I see these Boerter horses, they do run here and there into the places that do include in your quartet. Here we have Red Bishop, a 4-year-old Lingari, has had some 2 decent efforts over a little bit shorter, and I'm sure by Lingari out of a Silvano Me, the 1450 and even longer will suit. So definitely include in all your play. Then we go down to Supreme Elevation. Supreme Elevation did run a 2nd place behind the contractor over the 1450 Turfontein, but has been there and thereabouts, drawn 10, but not a horse that I would be rushing to place a bet on at the bookmakers. Here we got number 10, Give Me the Go Ahead, Give Me the Green Light out of Spectrum May. Will also breed the longer. Did have a decent debut, but not the type of debut that I would make this horse favorite. And please, I don't say this horse hasn't got a chance, because I see already there's 2 winners from 9 starts. So it was probably a stronger field. So number 10, not without a chance. But as I said before in my thing, if you have listened to it, when you got a relatively average 3-year-old and an average 4-year-old this time of the year, the chances are 70% that the average 4-year-old will be the average 3-year-old. And I can tell you, maybe I'm wrong, but this is like not an outstanding 3-year-old. I think you can call this an average 3-year-old. So therefore, my selection in this race will be number 1. You see the same here goes as a Flower Alley, 3-year-old Flower Alley. So I stick with my guns on number 1, go and help yourself. Then we get to race number 3. It's a Maiden Plate over 1450. Got quite a few Maiden Plates today. And here the betting is as follows. Untamed Tiger 28 to 10. Fresh from the USA 28 to 10. Number 1, Epagalia 4 to 1, 6 to 1. Carolina Reaper 8 to 1. Domino Ruder 14 to 1. Let's Talk 16 to 1. My Kingdom 20 to 1, and longer the rest. So let's have a look here at race number 3. And here, number 2, a Tame Tiger, Pierce Trader, man. I mean, Pierce Trader, I think the best jockey that Africa has ever had. And this horse keep on running second. Last time I didn't run too well. And I'm in the camp of looking for something that can improve. And here I'm looking at number 3, fresh from the US, only had 3 runs. Came back after the race, ran a mediocre race, 7.5 lengths, but then improved over the 1,200 meters behind Iron Mike. running on nicely, 22.5, second fastest 400 to finish, stayed on well, and definitely the horse that I think that they have to beat in this race. Then let's have a look at number 5. My Kingdom, this is a nice outsider. Do include in all your pay. Did ran here and 2 runs ago on the Vaal Classic. Ran second. Tried start to finish, but was collared just before the line. Last time out, ran 9 lengths behind by the City at the Turfontein. Now back at the Vaal. Has also had a second year on the 1450 behind Kisimu. And definitely a horse that you want to include in all your play. Let's go down to here's number 7, Domino Ruler. Really hasn't shown a lot. Yeah, maybe can improve, but not for me today. And maybe I will be proved wrong, but well, then I'll take it on the chin. Here we have Carolina Reaper, Flower Alley, Gelding. Has had 2 runs, Moosey, Yenny riding, draw 1. And I think this horse has had some decent runs last time over the 1600 meters, just faded over the last bit, and now a little bit shorter. I think Caroline Reaper will be there when the photos are taken. Then St. Grey has got a first timer here. Lately, the best ones has been running well, some of them winning. So do include Let's Talk in all your quartets and trifectas. And this horse is not without a chance. It is not a strong Maiden. I don't know the ability of the horse. I'm just talking on the breeding because Bezerin announced means St. Grey has done well with that combination. So definitely watch and maybe can have a small each way. Currently in the betting at 14 to 1, but can surprise. Then let's move on to the next race, which is race number 4. Now, race number 4 is a graduation plate for 3-year-olds. Let's have a look at the betting. Now, here we have the betting number 4, Bold Resolve, even money, the Gypsy King 15 to 10, Foreign Field 7 to 10, 16 to 1 Confessor, 16 to 1 for Sandman, and Master Mariner and PSL withdrawn. Now, this was supposed to be a graduation plate, which is now, but it is open for Maiden Plate as well. And there was only one horse that won a race, and that was PSL, and that has now been withdrawn. The rest of the horses are still only maidens. So here we have a maiden, actually a Maiden Plate, or what they call, you'll see the next few races, a maiden handicap. So we have a maiden handicap here, whereby the Gypsy King is now carrying 57, and number 4 is carrying also 57, so they are on the same. Now, I can tell you now that this race is more open. I will definitely not be rushing to take the even money on Bold Resolve. Not that I say it cannot win Michael de Kock, but I can tell you Michael de Kock and his jockeys has disappointed me quite a few times over the years. So I don't trust banking the Kock horses anymore. I just can't do it. And this horse did show some pace behind PSL, but yeah, ran on well, 20.8. That is nice, 400 to finish. But I think there are horses that can improve. Number 5, Confessor, is a global view out of Juria. That mare has thrown quite a few mares. Only went 1160. Now going 1600 for the first time. Can improve. I'm sure of that. For Sandman, Philanthropist, man, are they running well by Savannah me? I can assure that this horse will be definitely looking for longer. Musieni, no fool, yes. And number 7, Master Mariner, also last time out run improved race over the longer distance. So if you can afford this, put this field in this race. You might be surprised. There might be a big outsider. It's 6 horses. Just put them into your pick 6 if you can afford it. Because if you're going to be the favorites, that's going to definitely boost your dividend. So let's move now to race number 5, which is one of those maiden handicaps. So let's look at the betting first. Here we have number 2, Tricky Business, 5 to 2. Ancient Rome on 52 kilograms, 3 to 1. Capella Magna 5 to 1. Maroon's Penny 7 to 1. Drama Dude 8 to 1. Royal Seeds 12 to 1. Fort Love 16 to 1. The Sandwich Man 20 to 1. 25 to 1, and longer the rest. So let's have a look at this race. Keeping in mind now that there's some of your maidens carrying lesser weights. I'm definitely in the camp of number one, Kampala Magna, although he is carrying the 60. Last time I got beaten on the line, I was so hoping for this horse. I was shouting at home. And Kampala Magna is now eventually starting to show form. Took a long time. It's by Jam Alley. And I do think number one, Kampala Magna will be a factor in this race. Here we have number two, Tricky Business, also on the same weight. That ran also some improved races, definitely in with a chance, has got a nice jockey on board, so also in with a chance. Then we want to move down to number three, Maroon's Penny. Last time out, I did say this horse would improve. It actually did. It ran fourth at 40 to 1 after running third the previous Saturday. So Maroon's Penny also a horse that needs to be included in your calculations. And then just for the quartets, just chucking this horse, Drummer Dude, has been running a few places lately. It's getting the -2.5, which is definitely an advantage. So do include Drummer Dude in all your play. So that for me concludes. I just want to say the Sandwich Man, also put him in the back end of your quartets, but drawn 15, but is improving slowly. So can put him in. I think the Sandwich Man is currently at 20 to 1. So definitely, if it comes in to the back end of your quartets, will definitely boost your dividend. Ancient Rome only carrying 52, a 3-year-old. Warren Kennedy riding has improved last time out to ran 5 lengths behind Brave One over the 1600. Now gained 2000, but probably would be able to do the distance. So another horse, second favorite, you need to include. So let's move now to the next race, which is the sixth race, which is another maiden handicap for fillies and mares over 2,000 meters. And yeah, let's have a look at the betting. Here we have number two, another St. John Gray, in May 2 to 1, the Furion 3 to 1, Dancing in the Wind 7 to 2, Watching Closely 15 to 2, Winning Queen 8 to 1, A Failing Queen 14 to 1, Starry Messenger 20 to 1, Tequila 53 to 1, and Longer the Rest. Okay, here I want to go down to number 8. The other day, when we also had one of these maiden handicaps, a horse with virtually no form, the name escapes me now, I can't remember the name now, came and he was carrying also a lightweight. This horse is carrying 49 and a half. And I think this distance will suit his mare. Could run a reasonable behind Console Queen. There's been a few winners from that. Last time out over Bold Fortune over the 2000 did fade again. But the big thing about Starry Messenger, in my view, is the weight. Carrying 49, some of the horses giving this horse like 10.5 kilograms. Yet for a maiden, and especially if it's not a strong maiden field, it's definitely a big weight to give to a competitor. So I'm looking for Star Messenger here to make the other horses carry their weight, and is definitely have a chance to win this race. Definitely no certainty, but the value is there. Play it each way, and hope for the best. So let's have a look at some of the horses in this race. Here we have number one, Duchess of Windsor, is scratching. So we have Nabila. Nabila has been running a few places, and even beat Consul. He ran in the same race as Starry Messenger. Let me just quickly see. Starry Messenger was 6 lengths behind Consul Queen. So behind Nabila at the same weight. Now Nabila is carrying 58, so it's 8.5 kilograms. Definitely that's going to bring them closer. So I rest my case. Number 3, Dancing in the Wind, also in with a chance, have been running well, has been running places. Definitely, unfortunately, drawn a little wide on 11, but that shouldn't be a big concern. In with a chance for if a Rayan, that was my first choice initially, but because of the weight, I went for number 8, but I think number 4 also in with a decent chance on from 56, drawn 10, Muzi Any riding, definitely can also be involved. Winning Queen is a horse that has run a few places, only carrying 55.5, can also be involved in the finish. Watching closely, it's a Crusade filly, also a horse that can surprise, and maybe in with a small chance. Definitely horse number 6, watching closely, you have to put in all your quartets and trifectas, because as I say, I think this horse can improve and be involved in a finish. So that is my assessment for race number 6. Let's move on to race number 7. Here we have a handicap, which is a merit rated 80 handicap, class C, average merit rating 75. Let's have a look at the betting. The betting is as follows: number 3, Sell High, 5 to 2, PS Freedom again, Gold Griffin 4 to 1, African Adventure 4 to 1, Oyster King 15 to 2, Magic Wings 8 to 1, Hidden Agenda 31, and Popsicle Toast 16 to 1, French Leaf 16 to 1, Dickens 22 to 1, and longer the rest. I think one of the horses that have disappointed me the most, that has shown so much ability but hasn't carried it through, is this number 1, Popsicle Toast. This horse at one stage was rated to 89, it's now down to 81. Has been running in some decent races, but always seems to lately be disappointed. But what I'm saying is, this horse will pop up one day and is going to win at a long price. So therefore, in my pick 6, this horse is definitely an inclusion. I think it has got ability, although it's only had 2 wins, but then again, it's a 5-year-old, only had 14 runs again. So I would definitely include number 1, Popsicle Toast, in all my play, although it's not my first selection to the race, but I am just giving you a warning to not leave this horse out of your pick 6s. Gold Griffin, I think the 2000 is too short. I'm not going to worry about that. Here we got Sell High. Sell High has run 3 seconds in a row. Pierce Stradom on board. Has run a lot of seconds. It's looked like this horse always gets this one horse to beat him, but I'm sure one day he will find the winning enclosure. Number 5 and 6 is very close to each other. Oyster King beat African Adventure. And then but now Oyster King is now getting the -2.5 again, and I think on the way turnaround, number 5 African Adventure is going to have a hard time beating Oyster King, but it's going to be close between the two of them. But number 6 Oyster King, my choice to win this race. This horse, Oyster King, has always shown some promise, has run against some decent horses in his past. There it ran in 100 in the Dungans, behind Shango, and You Can't Hurry Love. So this horse has always been a horse that has shown ability, and I'm sure today it's going to run a cracker of a race. Then I want to go down to some other horses that has got chances. Watch out for Bellagio King Prop. Maybe put that into the back end of your quartets, but hasn't got a lot of forms, but might be a nice horse that can make the dividends go up if it ran fourth. Here we have number 11, French Leaf, now with Yanni Borman. Last time out, didn't ran too bad behind Barak. It's getting the -4, only carrying 50. Can definitely be included into your quartets and exactas and trifectas. Here we have number 12, Magic Weekend, 53 -2.5. Last time out ran on well, fastest 400 to finish. As with the race before, Magic Weekend only carrying 52 minus 51 and a half, 51, 50 and a half. Definitely in with a chance not to leave out. Definitely a dangerous horse. Has won over the 2,000 meters. So do include number 12, Magic Vision. So now here we are at the last race, which is another handicap, merit rated 72, class E, average merit rating 64. Here the betting is as follows. Number 7, shortstop 28 to 10, Lorelei 6 to 1, In the Game 5 to 1, Master Builder 7 to 1, Golden Duke 8 to 1, What a Story 8 to 1, West Wing Belter 10 to 1, Super Mufti 10 to 1, 16 to 1 free deal, March to Glory, Zigzag, 16 to 1 and 40 to 1 Secret Dynasty, and scratchings number 6 and 15. So let's have a look here at race number 8, which is the last race of the day. I want to scroll down to number 10. Number 10, free deal. My choice to win this race, ran behind Whirly last time out in a 73, now running in a 64. I think the 1200 meters is too short, of 2 runs back behind Theravada over the 1450, which is today's date, course and distance. The horse ran well with the same jockey, getting -4, so now only carrying 49.5. I think free deal is going to be there when the photos are taken. Another horse that I like is number 9, West Wing Belter. This horse previous has been running against some good horses. Here you got the 98 behind, 5 rings behind Dancing Queen. Dancing Queen, no slouch. Rocking Russia, no slouch. Royce Winter has run in future races, so definitely not a donkey. Rosa Lure, very good, a very good horse. Sheer talent, has won again. So West Wing Belter, and I think the 1450 will suit him. Drawn 5, definitely a horse that you cannot leave out of any of your calculations. Then I want to go up to number 4. Master Builder, already a 7-year-old, but has also been running some nice races. And last time out, ran second against Mana Nunu in Scottsville. That horse came out yesterday and won again at Greyville. So definitely a horse that I think can be involved here in the finish. Master Builder already got 58 runs, an old campaigner, and now and then he runs this good race. Definitely not to leave out of your calculations. Then number 6, Out of the Rainbow, also ran a decent race last time out, can come in again, do include. 7 shortstop, has now run nearly 1,000 or nearly 900 days without a win, always getting somebody some horse to beat him. So, but definitely in with a chance. So that brings us into the end of our preview. I hope I can point you in the right direction. And as I always say, break a leg.